again, as I'm over here listening to my thing, like the only reason I do what I do now at my job is tell people about like, hey, you know, if there's a fire in the building or like if this building, like, what are you going to do? I'm not trying to say like, oh, Randy knows the policies knob person, but we are like, I'm telling you, do what I do. If someone's to break out because I've had the training, that's so funny. Yeah, no, I'm not trying to tell nobody what to do because I know it's right. No, I have the training and I've seen things and like I know I have the training like what if scenarios like drill team. This isn't a drill. I'm just trying to tell people because if there's a fire that breaks out, what the fuck are you gonna do? Any normal person's gonna panic why there's a fire in the building. Unless you have bright signs that say fire exit or like lighting up some sort of pathway, people are going to literally just scream and run in circles. Does anybody know how our brain works? The whatever is the reptilian brain in the background when you panic, fight, flight, or freeze. When you're in a public place shopping and you see those, regardless whether someone's yelling fire, fire, help, help, when you see those flames, how big they are, and you realize the walls around you are caving in, again, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Do you understand how many people die from crowd control rushes? People stomp people. It's like stample. Is it like stample? Stample? I just know they stomp over people. Like a stampede, like a stampede. Like think of like a whole bunch of bulls running. That's what people do. People crush people all the time in mass panic. So whoever thinks that I'm just trying to tell them what to do and this is the law. No, I'm trying to tell people like you guys don't understand or comprehend. Like in schools, in school, I believe we got like fire training. I don't know. I don't remember. And honestly, like I was raised in a firehouse because my mom was receptionist at a fire station since time I was kindergarten, time I graduated high school. So I have lots of like fire training in general, fire. What do you do? Like, I know you put your hand on the back of a door, make sure it's hot, like the hotness. Could you open that door and there's fire on the side? Homie, that is backdraft. You need to watch that movie, Backdraft. That fire will suck and fuck spit you out. Like, does nobody realize how terrifying fire is? This is crazy. Like, I'm not trying to tell nobody what to do. I'm trying to explain to them, like, I have a lot of training in fire safety. Fire safety. But I do corporate security. That's why I am the way I am when I'm like, hey, you know that's fire hazard. Like, you know that material is like basically it is self-combustible. Or that material right there, it'll like real quick, like up engulfed in flames. I don't know. I'm not terrified of fire. I grew up in a firehouse. So I have certain training and certain things are ingrained in my brain by firemen. I think everybody loves firemen. We trust them because they go into the buildings. They don't leave the buildings. Like my mom said, they're all pyros, which that's fine. I'm not a pyro. So I want nothing to do with fire. But yeah, the more that I'm realizing like the issues are going on in my life with people and seeing what actually it is my brain does and what I do. No, I don't do safety. I do corporate security. And I make sure people know how to get out of a burning building. Because that's what I grew up learning every single year on fire or, take your child to work day, career day. When I would get grounded or suspended from school, I'm going right to the firehouse because my mother used to teach us that being, suspended is not a vacation. I'm over there scrubbing windows and scrubbing benches, fire trucks, shining them up. Why? Being suspended is not a vacation. So, yeah, no, I do corporate security. But I try to teach everybody about fire safety. Because what are you going to do if that's the door is there and it's blocked? Why is it blocked? Temporary trash can or whatever. It's sitting there, so it's blocking it. Even if it's on wheels, it's still blocking it. You got to make sure. I read the International Fire Code the other day because I felt like I needed to. And no, that door needs to be cleared. Like that whole pathway. Why? Mass panic is going to happen when you see 20 foot, even a 5 foot flame in public. You're going to run. Why? It's your innate personality. Like there's nothing you can do about it. You can say I'll be calm. I'll know what to do. My stove right here, this one caught on fire. And I was right here talking to my man. I was standing right here in the hallway. He was sitting right there when the couch was there. Just for a blink second, I looked over here. This burner, we're talking, my flames were up this high. I started panicking. Brandon, I was like, the fire. He came over, and there was a fire extinguisher there. He grabbed it and came and put this bitch out. As you can see now, I only use one burner at a time because I'm so terrified of what happened that day when I'm telling you, it was like 18 inches. The flame was so high, but I try to I do make sure all this is cleaned out Yeah, no, I'm very careful with my stove now because if I was here alone, I would have been a total loss. I was terrified. That's why I know now if I see a fire, I'm not going to panic. I know where I'm going because I've studied what's it called? The evacuation thing. Any building I'm in, the first thing I do is look at where's the evacuation? Like, where do they evacuate? So I can go the other way. Because I'm not trying to go where everybody's trained to go. I'm trying to go to the other door where there's no one's going to stample me. So, yeah, do what you want. But people need to learn when they go in a building how to get out of it 2 different ways. Because you never know what's going to happen. You never do. Why? Because you don't. We don't. None of us do. But yeah, me being in school, I guess I had to clarify that. Because artificial intelligence, the algorithms, brings all the information and data where it needs to go every single day. Period. Point blank.